Imagine a world far into the distant future where consoles no longer exist. Everything you want to play is streaming effortlessly to your TV. Imagine a world into the future where you don't have to buy a console or a PC for gaming because the hardware across the world is streaming full quality games that all of your friends can play together without being walled off by the platform that they decide to own. This is the future of gaming, and coming next generation, we are already halfway there. Hi, this is Colt Eastwood. A lot has been changing and much of it has been projected well ahead of the coming news. People are honestly shocked, and we're going to confront those concerns. If you're new here and you like this content, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Let's see what there is to be excited about and maybe a little worried. Microsoft's Phil Spencer has been trying to clue in the gaming world for over 3 years that Xbox plans to expand beyond the console and give their customers more ways to play the games they want to buy with game streaming to PC and Xbox Play Anywhere. Even before Play Anywhere had materialized, Sony had launched PlayStation Now with plans to put PS4 games on the streaming service, which casts games to PC, TVs, and phones. The service has evolved and now allows games to stream to select devices. Sony's long-lived remote play feature recently allows streaming PS4 games to select Android mobile and iPhone. Sony's Sean Layden recently spoke of a console-less future where Xbox, Nintendo, PC, and PlayStation gamers can all play together in a unified gaming environment. Sean said that your platform is not your hideaway, it is a doorway to all these other gamer folk. As Microsoft pushes to open their platform and expand it to mobile, PC, and other devices, it is clear that games you own, much like music and movies, should be accessed anywhere with no restrictions. It's at this point that PlayStation fans are holding on to the last thread of hope for exclusivity, knowing that currently, if you want to play PlayStation's biggest games, you are still required to buy their console. Except, this isn't really a bragging right. This is a major restriction. The ends justify the means, and in the end, we are all getting great games you can't play anywhere else. Games like God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Spider-Man can be excused for being closed behind a plastic box. Once PlayStation starts creating multiplayer and cooperative titles, gamers are going to wish their friends on other platforms were not locked out of the ecosystem. This is a temporary problem for Sony because they are already in the works to unlock the freedom and the access in their biggest games by bringing PlayStation Now and the games within to multiple devices. After all, software is where Sony and Microsoft are making the most money, and the vehicle of the local hardware console to drive the games is quickly becoming just another option. Recently, Microsoft presented XCloud on stage, and the presentation was not ideal, but the prospect of playing games you own on another screen untethered from your home console is intriguing for many. Microsoft made it obvious that they are not moving away from hardware-based console gaming. They are going all in with the next generation of consoles with two models, one for price, the other for performance. Sony is doing the same by targeting both price and performance by meeting Xbox in the middle with the PS5. It's the games that really matter, and gamers want a local, uncompromised method of enjoying their games on the couch on the big screen. Microsoft and Sony know this. This is why for the next 10 years, the next Xbox and PS5 will persist as popular consoles front and center in the home to play games. They also know that a second, smaller screen can serve to bring the same gaming experience on the go, away from home, or even in the other room. Many excuses for game streaming are, who wants to play on a small phone screen? Well, XCloud, Remote Play, and game streaming services mostly allow tablets or other screens, and with the announcement of Remote Play coming to the iPhone, people are truly enjoying Spider-Man while laying in bed. People are concerned with the internet bandwidth. XCloud requires 10 megabits per second of internet speed or a great Wi-Fi connection. If your internet isn't up to these specs, more than likely, you're not enjoying a latency-free experience locally on your console anyway. The big takeaway here is that these features and options are not the mainstay. I commonly hear that these options are being forced down our throats. I'd like to remind you that options are placed at a table in front of you to eat if you choose. They are not force-fed. A console-less future seems so close. Technology moves fast, and I am happy to have a local console at home and a local PC. But I can also get excited about a future where I don't have to spend $400 or more to play games at home if the infrastructure on servers can provide quality gaming with a seamless feel. But that full quality that replaces consoles could be so many years from now. My prediction is that sometime in 2030 or 2035, long after the PS5 era, I'd expect Microsoft and Sony to make one more console in 2030, which may serve those that want or need a local connection with their TV. Remember OnLive's attempt in 2008 to stream games over the internet? Now, 10 years later in 2018, Google and Microsoft are ready with low latency streaming. And 10 years from now, in 2028 and on, the technology will only have exponential growth, and internet around the globe will have expanded along with it. I've been around in one of the most technologically evolving generations. I grew up watching movies on VHS, listening to music on cassette tapes, and then moving on to CDs and DVDs, and then moving my music to MP3s, all the way over to an iPod, and then finally ditching my iPod because my entire music library is streamed from the cloud on whatever device I want. For some reason, the console generations with their exclusives locked behind the platform has bred this tribalistic mentality that causes us to harbor our favorite exclusive games on the requirement that you need to buy this console to enjoy these games. It's become such a prevalent thing that right now, PlayStation fans are holding on to that last checkmark, that exclusive games are only on PlayStation's console, instead of asking for Sony to unlock the freedom of their favorite games outside of the plastic box. But the problem is with people like this, is Sony is already unlocking those restrictions. If you truly do not think that Sony will bring God of War or the next God of War to multiple devices, you're not paying attention to what Sony is trying to tell you. Next generation on the PS5 will be the halfway mark with more of a streaming presence. Everything is ready to be stream-based beyond the next 10 years. And just as we will still keep a console around when streaming becomes mainstream, they'll have a place in our hearts just like my old dual cassette player and my case of CDs. This is Colt Eastwood. Thank you for sticking around this long to see the end of the video. If you made it this far, in the comment section, write the word hi-fi. And I'd actually like to see the person that spells it correctly. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I get around 1,000 comments a week here, so if you really want to ask me something or talk to me about this video, add me on Xbox and Twitter at Colt Eastwood. If you leave a comment, thanks for actually watching the video first. I hope it made sense, but watch out down there in the comment section. Some people are super protective of their favorite platform, so while you're there, please be nice.